everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another review and swatches on another holiday palette, and this one is from Bare Minerals, and this is the Bare Minerals You Had Me at Aglow Dimensional Powder Highlight. Comes in a little box like this. It's $45. It says it's a $96 value. This was made in Italy and it's good for 12 months. Now I am going to go ahead and show you guys swatches really quick. I'm just going to start up here at the lightest shade and go across, and then go across down here. I am going to talk a little bit about these though really quick. You might not be able to tell the best in the swatches because these are not very pigmented, but I'm going to do my best to get a really good picture of the swatches so you can see the actual color. I do have to build it up some, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the swatches and then I'll be back for the review. Alright guys, now on to the review. I'm going to try to get through this review without coughing to death because I don't know what it is. I've been cleaning house like all morning and now my throat is like super scratchy. But anyways, I'm going to start off with packaging. So it does come in with a little box like this. It does say this palette was made in Italy and this lasts for 12 months. You do have the names on the back. And it did come with a little card kind of explaining what this is for, which I'm going to read. And then here is the actual packaging. It's very, very beautiful. You do get the actual shade names on the back, which I do really like. And then you do get a mirror in here. But the palette doesn't fold all the way back, which is kind of annoying. But anyways, that's just like, you know, that has nothing to do with the actual product. Now, again, I just want to read you guys what this says in the claims online at Ulta because I don't 100% agree with all the claims. So basically the card says to let your natural light shine through with this palette of universally flattering finishes. Each shade is designed to instantly enhance all skin tones and put in your best light. Get your glow on. Now, online at Ulta, I'm just going to read what it says. This is still in stock, by the way, while I'm filming this. So it says, Bare Minerals You Had Me at Aglow Dimensional Powder Palette is a 6-shade, holiday-exclusive highlighting and sculpting complexion enhancer palette with 5 brand new ultra-pigmented hues. Bare Minerals You Had Me at Aglow is the holiday secret to natural-looking, youthful complexion and radiant luminosity. This curated collection of 6 stunning shades, ranging from shimmering champagnes to rich clays, let your natural light shine through. The unique baked formula delivers a soft bronze and highlight so your complexion looks sculpted and effortlessly glowing. Alright, so this is $45. It says it's a $96 value. You get a total, again, of 6 shades. So if you break that down, that is $7.50 per shade in here. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about is how it says on this card that this is going to work with every single skin tone. I completely and totally disagree. I think this is going to work more for fair to light skin tones. Here's just a quick overview in case you guys are curious. I'm just going to read you guys the shades. This is Northern Light, Aurora, Supernova, Celestial, Galaxy, and then Invisible Bronze. So I have more light skin, and these shades right here do work on me. And this shade right here is just a tad bit too dark for me, but I definitely feel like in the summertime when I had a little bit of tan, it could definitely work. So I definitely don't see how the more highlighty shades would work for every single skin tone. Also, these shades down here, this is the only shade right here that I could ever bronze with, or I feel like most people would bronze with, because this to me is a very like red shade. Like I could use this as a blush, and I have used this one as a blush. This is the purpose that I use this blush for. So I totally disagree. I do not think this is going to work for all skin tones at all. Now, this does say this is very subtle, and I agree. I think that, you know, most baked products do usually lean a little bit more on like the natural looking side. So I do definitely agree with that. But I like the original, like what they're calling like invisible powders. This is like the highlighter in Fair to Light, and then this is the bronzer in Fair to Light as well. And I like both of these. I think that they're both really nice and gorgeous and very subtle. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the highlight shades in here, starting out with these two. I just don't like these. I feel like I can build them up and build them up and build them up. And it's just like, it's like a faint hint of color. And like, I don't mind that because I get it's supposed to be natural, but it's nowhere near, I feel like, as, like, I would consider this intense compared to these shades in here. But this is very subtle and natural compared to all other highlighters. And the thing about it is, like, after I've built this up, sometimes, you know, I kind of want to blend that highlight a little bit more, you know, out a little bit more. When I go over it with a brush to blend that out, it's like they completely disappear. Now, moving on to these shades right here, I have that same issues. Again, I do have to really build this up as a blush. This is the only shade I haven't used, and I don't like the shade personally. But anyways, This is a pretty blush topper, but I don't like it as a blush on its own because I feel like, again, it's just not pigmented enough. And when you go to apply it and you're blending it out, it just, I mean, it's just like the powder just completely blends out. You have a very faint hint of color. And I get that, again, this is supposed to be more subtle, but you know, it's just like they fade so incredibly quickly on my skin that it's like the first thing to go, both when I use this palette, the blush, the bronzers, and the highlighters. Now I can use this bronzer for an actual bronzer for me, so again, I don't know how this is going to work for more medium to deep skin tones. I just don't think it will. This, again, though, I feel like I have to dip into this 10 times to get it, you know, like the desired pigmentation. It's almost like if I dip in this once or twice and try to, like I said, build it up, it doesn't even look like I've got bronzer on. So for me, I gotta be honest, I don't like this palette. I don't think it's very pigmented. I think that when you do build up the color and go to blend it out so everything's seamless, they completely blend out. Also, there is little bits of shimmer in all of these, which doesn't come off like too awfully bad, but there is quite a bit of like shimmer in the bronzer, and I don't feel like it looks very flattering. Like, I don't mind a satin bronzer, but I don't like a bronzer with a ton of shimmer. But you know, if you do, then you definitely might like that. But again, like I said, I do prefer these if you can get the full size ones. I think that, again, they have like fair to light, then I think they have light to medium, and then they have like medium to deep. So I definitely feel like you might be you might find it easier to find your shade looking at these. But would I recommend this palette? And I gotta be honest, I would not recommend it. It just doesn't last hardly at all on the skin. It blends out to nothing, and the pigmentation is really lacking. I think you're gonna be better off going with a different set that offers maybe bronzers and highlighters like this, like Hourglass. You know, I know that's expensive and pricey, but they do, like I said, they are very light and they're subtle, but when you actually apply them, you can build them up really nicely, and they don't blend out to nothing like these do. So overall, this palette was a huge bust for me, and I just wouldn't recommend it. I definitely will be returning this. I'm actually going to go down there either today or tomorrow and return this because this just did not work for me. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions or want to see any other holiday sets or any other products reviewed, just let me know down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.